people who are around you are real. You begin to find real people. And here it is. Here it is. When you start going through a personal challenge, they're the kind of people you can go talk to, and they will tell you. Your whole circle changes. So you don't have to have a whole lot of people telling you what you want to hear. You get a few people, one or two, that when you really start going through, they tell you, and you find your life start changing. So y'all don't want to be real in this camp. One good friend who will tell you the truth. That's right. Y'all remember I always tell you the story about because I'm Mr. Fixer-Upper, and I love to fix something up, boy. Rig something up, fix it up, boy, and I just get excited to fix something up. And me and Pastor Harris, my first house, and I believe God. We had prayed specifically, we covenant prayer. We're believing God is going to have this. And I found a house, and it was close. It was like 85%. But I had to change some stuff to make it fit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I asked God for this. It didn't really have this, but it had an extra one of these. So I can take the extra one of these and make that this. But that wasn't what I prayed for. So I'm looking at the house. So I called Pastor Harris. I said, man, come on. I need you to look at this house with me. Come look at this house. And we walking on through the house, and I can move this wall. I ain't even bought the house yet. I can move this wall here. I can open this door up there. I can da-da-da-da-da. And ooh. And then we went outside. I'll never forget, we were standing in front of the house and looking. We were both standing at the house like, turn our heads sideways. Trying to make it look good, looking at the house like this, all kind of stuff. And I turned to him, and, Pastor Harris, he always, when he get ready to say something, he'll stick his left foot out like this. So I knew I was getting ready to hear the truth. He said, he had his hands in his pocket. He said, he pat his left foot like that. He looked at me and said, I said, what'd you think? He said, you want truth? I said, yeah, man, give me the truth. I said, this house ain't you. That's not you. I don't see you in this house. And it changed my whole perspective about the house. Because I heard truth. And because what I had to do was look at the house through his perspective. And when I looked at the house through his perspective, then I tried to do what he did. I tried to put myself in the house. I'm like, you're right, that ain't me. That ain't me. I'm rushing. I'm not being patient with God. I was this close to pulling the trigger. But if I didn't have a person of truth in my life, I'd have made a major decision that I would have regretted. And at a time when I needed somebody to just tell me, y'all don't want to be real in this camp, it would have turned the course of my life. One decision. All I needed was one person of truth. And the very next, as a matter of fact, and I've told the story before, I called a realtor back and said, I'm not feeling this house. I said, do you have another one? And when I called a realtor back on the house, they said, yeah, we got another one, but it just came on the market. It's not even cleaned up yet. And they described it to me, and it had all this. I said, let me see that one. And I went to see the house. I said, this is it. So I was a step away from the right house. I just had to have a person of truth to speak that caused me to tap into heavenly realms. And that's what happens. We become like that in the earth, that there are many people who are a step away from their blessing, a step away from God. They just need a person of truth in their life to direct them where they need to be. Somebody who can speak into your life and say, baby, let me help you. You're devaluing yourself with him. He's not ready for you. I know, you think you can fix him up, love him up, all that. Let me help you. He's broke. He left his mama house broke. If his mama couldn't fix him, you can't fix him. Only one gonna fix him is God. But let me tell you what you're going to do. Leave him alone and put him in the hands of God. Go about your business. And until God fix him. See, y'all want to hear that. But I don't want to be alone. I don't want, well, with him, you're going to spend many nights alone. God knows me, and he knows the truth. And what settles me is that sometimes my actions may be misconstrued, misspoken or whatever, and someone may say whatever about me, but because in my heart, my conscience is clear because I know the truth of what I did. So I don't have to run around trying to convince everybody that this is what I meant, this, that, and the other, whatever, because when my conscience tries to condemn me, God speaks to me and reminds me of the truth. And so I'm clear, my heart. He says what? God is greater than my heart. Because sometimes people will say stuff to you though to get to your heart. And even though you did what you thought was right and you did the truth, they'll deal with your emotions. But just because it's affecting your emotions doesn't mean it's the truth. And so what God is greater than your heart that will condemn you. God will stand with the truth and bring you to where he is. All right. Your mama, sister, whoever, needed you to do whatever. And you said, I'll help, I'll do whatever I can. And whatever I can do. And then you get in a situation and you find out that, because people will do this sometimes, this is life, that people will want you to do for them what they're unwilling to do for themselves. And so you say, well, no, I can't do that, but I can help you do this. But you got to handle that. That's not for me to do. And then the person will say, go back and tell someone else that you said you won't help me. You won't do anything. But that's not what I said. That's part of what I said. That's not the whole truth of what I said. And so your heart will start condemning you, but God will remind you of the truth, and you'll be able to stand with a clear conscience on the truth. Because what it's doing, you're searching yourself and you're saying, was my heart not right toward this? Did I have an impure heart? Was I being callous, insensitive? And God will remind you of the truth, and it will make you free. It will free you of guilt. It will free you of condemnation, because in your heart and your mind, you know the truth of what really went down. Regardless of what anybody else says, you know the truth. So you don't have to go and try to explain to everybody, tell everybody. You just keep living in the truth. You keep walking in the truth, and you live free of condemnation and guilt because you know the truth. All right. Let me give you a scenario. Let me give a different scenario. I'm going with this because I'm thinking of emotional things, because I know that many folk deal with friends. Friend comes to you and they want you to do something. And you give them stipulations. You say, all right, I'll do this on this condition. And then the friend gets mad and says, how you going to give me all these stipulations? And it's because it's mine. It's mine. And these are the stipulations that if we do this, I need you to honor these stipulations. Well, I can't do that. Then they get mad. Then they say, I went to them in my time of need, and they just turn it back on me. They ain't do whatever. But that's not the truth. The truth is, you wanted me to help you your way. But when you need help, you need help. This is the way that I can help you. You got mad because you didn't want me to help you the way I could help you. You're lying. See, y'all hear what I'm saying? The truth is, I would have, but you got mad and said, well, I ain't going to do that. I'm not going to be condemned because you made a choice. You walked away from help by your own choice. And now you're telling a lie to condemn me. But God lifts my heart up in truth. And then I don't compromise the truth anyway. I don't feel bad. I don't do it. I still maintain my standard. Why, Nate? Because I know the truth. Y'all are. Sometimes you're not helping people when you help them the way they want to be helped. Because some people, you're enabling. Because sometimes, some people, the way they want you to help them is the reason why they're in the mess in the first place. Because the way they operate and think is wrong. and they want to help you. They want you to help them continue to be wrong. But sometimes you got to tell them the truth and says, no, I can't help you like that. I can help you like this, because that way is wrong. And because the person's not ready to be right, they get mad at you for not helping them be wrong and mischaracterize you. I've had so many people that you do one thing, you say one thing, people go totally turn around what you said, and then somebody hears the person, and it's because it's very emotional, compassionate, they're very passionate about what they're saying, and it pulls on a compassionate part of you, and you make a snap decision and a feeling. You develop feelings about what that person said because they cried while they told you this, and you say, it's got to be true. They crying, they all this, and ooh. And then you see the person, and you're just looking at them like they're the devil. And then you mess around, and a year later, you talk to the person and find out what really happened. Now you feel like a fool because you were mad with a person for a year over something you had no real insight about, and you were emotional and whatever. And when you heard the truth, and when you heard the person tell the truth, something in you, not your spirit, knew it was the truth.